I'm 45 and 6 weeks ago I walked onto a court at David Lloyd Sunderland without really knowing what I was going to become. Not whether I'd be good at it, but whether it would actually feel right. Because at the start, everything feels slightly off. The timing, the contact, even just the way the ball comes off the racket. It never quite matches what you think it should feel like. So I've been using the Pongbot Pace S Pro as more of a coach than just a ball machine. Using the app, repeating the same situations again and again. Just trying to get to a point where something starts to feel natural instead of forced. And I think the question I keep coming back to is, how long does it take before things stop feeling slightly wrong? This is week 6, and I don't know what it is exactly, but there are moments now where that feeling is starting to shift. The forehand deep topspin drill is one I thought I understood quite early on, but the more I repeat it, the more I realise how much is actually going on underneath it. At the start, I felt like I was trying to brush up on the ball, hoping to get some kind of topspin, without really understanding what made it work. Some would go in, some wouldn't, but there wasn't much consistency behind it, and I think a big part of that is the footwork. I don't think I realised how important that is at the beginning. Getting into the right position early to actually hit the ball properly. A lot of the time I'm still a bit late, or I've misjudged where the ball is going to land, so I end up adjusting at the last second. And when that happens, the shot never really settles. It feels rushed. But using the Pongbot, getting the same ball over and over again, I'm starting to notice these moments earlier. Starting to read where the ball is going slightly quicker, and that gives me just enough time to set my feet. And when that happens, the whole shot feels different. The swing feels smoother, the contact more solid, and the ball actually comes off with the shape and depth I want. Still not consistent. There are plenty where I mistime it or get caught out of position, but the difference is I can feel what a good shot is now, and that is something I didn't really know before. The forehand volley drill is another one that really highlights the footwork side of things, because there's not much time. You have to read the ball early, move quickly, and be set before it gets to you. And that's probably where I struggle the most, judging where the ball is going over the net, and where I need to be to hit it cleanly. At the start it felt like everything was reactive. I'd see the ball late, move late, and then try to fix it right at the point of contact, which doesn't really work. And today I did another layer to that, because the wind was quite strong. You could see the ball drifting slightly in the air, which meant I had to adjust more than usual. What stood out though was how consistent the Pongbot was. It kept feeding the same shot, but the conditions made it less predictable. And that really exposed the footwork and judgment. There was still plenty where I was late, or didn't quite read it properly, but there were also a few where I picked it up early, moved into position, and kept the shot simple. And when that happens, the volley actually feels quite clean. Not forced, just controlled. It's still not consistent, but it doesn't feel like complete chaos. The serve is probably the one that still feels the most off overall, and I think that's quite normal. From everything I've seen, it's one of the hardest things for beginners to get right, because it's completely different from every other shot. There's no incoming ball to react to, it's all timing, rhythm and coordination, and that's where it feels difficult, because it's not just one movement, it's a sequence, and if one part is slightly off, the whole thing feels off. At the moment, I think I'm still working out the basics of it, the rhythm, the timing, even just where I'm making contact. Some serves feel good, they come off clean, and it feels like I've done it properly. But then the next few feel completely different, and that's probably the hardest part, not knowing exactly what I've changed. But I think this is one of those areas that just needs specific practice, more repetition, more time spent just working on the motion itself. And even here, there are small signs, a few serves that feel smoother, a bit more natural, less forced, and I think that's enough for now.